Hey everybody, it's Annette Dion. It's Friday, April 17th. Hope everybody's doing pretty well. And we're in the midst of some confusion in the United States between, well, the confusion is about where our priorities lie. And today the guides gave me a message that it was really important for us to know that we have what we need to, collectively, we have what we need to navigate through this pandemic. We have what we need. We have the resources, to help each other. We have everything necessary. However, it's not going to happen until we learn how to love again. It's a very profound message. We're not going to get through this in a decent way, in a bearable way, until, and no sooner than until we learn how to love again. That was a really important message from the guides today. So it's like nothing's gonna come together until we come together, basically, like the Beatles song. So I thought that was an interesting insight. What's happening right now in Michigan with the demonstrations and the kind of big numbers of people who are actually protesting, when you really think about that, they're actually protesting and taking a stand against being protected from death. So if you can wrap your mind around that, you have a bigger mind than I do, because I cannot wrap my mind around that. They're protesting being protected and their loved ones being protected. If anybody can explain the rationale for that and the logic for that, please message me, send me an email, netdion7@gmail.com. Maybe you can explain it, because I really can't figure it out. It's kind of like the toilet paper hoarding thing. I still haven't figured that out. So, we're going to start like I have been, like I've kind of thought it was neat to start with an angel card each day. So we'll just, see how it goes. Remember to affirm wonderful things. I am healthy, happy, successful, loving, loved, and prosperous. That's my wish to you all. Okay. The angel communication for today will be forgiveness. Okay, this is really full reveal here. I have been very guided to look within my own mind and think about my own anger towards people that don't seem to agree with me that this administration is really, really, really bad. It's not necessarily I'm one-on-one disagreeing with people. I just see what's happening and I get upset that people are acting in malicious ways and inhumane ways and not intelligent ways, and my guides keep telling me to work on forgiveness. So this is a message for us all when we find ourselves in judgment, to just we can be gentle with ourselves. We don't have to fight with ourselves because we're having emotions, but just know the better track is forgiveness. So just say, I forgive you and I forgive myself. It's as simple as that. It just kind of takes the charge out of the energy, and it makes you not be contributing to the collective's negative emotions. We don't want to be part of the problem. We want to be part of the solution, remember. Okay, so there's that little bit of preaching there. And over the next 24 hours, what will we see happening? Well, a few days ago, I said that we were going to lose a beloved celebrity. Now, just to be honest, we did lose a celebrity, and he was an older gentleman. I don't think it was to coronavirus. I'm not sure that's who I was seeing, but Brian, his last name starts with a D. I wasn't familiar with him. He's 81. I think there's somebody else, and I think I may have been picking up on that energy. for that little time span of that. But I also feel like there's another celebrity who's actually younger, who we're gonna unfortunately lose. It feels like a celebrity. I'm asking the guides. Is it? I'm feeling somebody in sports. I'm getting to somebody in sports and somebody who's a fairly well-known celebrity, and I keep getting that that's a TV person. It might be from way back, but definitely we're gonna get news about that. Sadly, within the next 24 hours or so. All right, so the cards today. I'm asking my guides to tell me what to tell you about what's happening. Okay, so they're showing me a split. They're showing me a road that splits. And the road splitting is we're going to need to all choose which road. I'm seeing economy, health, economy, public health, economy, public health, public, best interest for the public. So we are really, it's interesting because we're almost being asked to pick a side. And to clearly pick a side, to be really specific, to look within our individual hearts and ask ourselves what we want to take a stand for. Do we want to take a stand for let's help each other and do what's in everybody's best interest and health and help and not be part of the problem? Or do we want to just continue with, throw caution to the wind and being in the spirit of invulnerability when actually this virus has shown us that we are not invulnerable, which is that was kind of the lesson for 9/11 too. I just remember this feeling of we thought we couldn't be subjected to something terrible, and we're finding out that some things are not within our control. So we kind of have to relinquish control. So I'm getting a sense to say that it's really important to choose, for us to, choose, and whatever you choose to take a stand for that. Mentally, just within yourself. You don't have to go out and preach from the hilltops, but you know what I mean. Okay, so here's a card that keeps coming up. We're tired. We're collectively very tired of this. And it's just saying when you feel like you have rested enough, rest some more. And that means mental rest. I don't feel this so much as physical rest, but learn how to rest mentally. If you know how, great, wonderful. If you feel like you need to learn how to rest, you can start with something as simple as mindfulness. You can start with something as simple as, Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, which was a huge best-selling book that I never read, but I'm a meditator, so I didn't read it. But I'm just getting the message that we need to learn to rest our minds. That not need to, but it's suggested that we look at resting our thoughts. So that can never hurt. It can always help. And I'm getting a sense of don't lash out. Just don't do something that you'll be sorry for later. I don't know who that's for, but keep the swords hanging on the wall. Don't jab somebody with them. That's not literal. It's just energetic. Okay. Here we are with the, this is the 8 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles is we are wanting to feel proud of what we have accomplished during these 4 weeks, and I mean like individually, personally, to maybe have a journal and keep track of the things that you've done that have been positive and beneficial to yourself and the whole, and ways that it's been very restorative, because there are ways that this time can be restorative. And if you're out of a job and you have no control over that, it's really just important to know that you can produce something that you wouldn't have produced during this time unless you were forced to. So it's really positive and beneficial to look at that and, the projects you can get into and even not even realize the day and the time is passing so quickly. So this is about really getting absorbed in our projects, and it also has to do with the people in America that are, our leaders in America, the ones that are methodically moving at a reasonable pace, taking everything into consideration. this is not a hasty card. This is a card about like, let's do the work. Let's get down and do the work. And the one last card I'm pulling is the Star card. And we are collectively, we're being spoken to. There are messages coming from the angels. And the more quiet you can be, the more often you can be quiet, like being kind of meditative, the more you'll be receiving a strong message and a strong impulse. So those of you that are so inclined to, you know, to be able to do that, to take space and take rest, and really consciously, I'm just feeling like just consciously, I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to listen. And journaling is great too, but the Star card, this is indicating to me that we're actually getting a lot of universal messages right now. If we tune in, we're not going to end up with nothing, okay? All right, and that's our reading for today. It's Annette Dion, 7@gmail.com if you'd like to have a reading. Definitely email me. I love doing readings, and I'm over 20 years into this work as a psychic, tarot card reader, and spiritual counselor. So thank you so much for tuning in. Tell your friends, and please subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.